Welcome to the Dispositions module. Completion of the module will require approximately 15 minutes. We will now discuss the dispositions portion of the VariUp student teaching form. You will review the disposition portion of the form in order to be able to objectively score a student teacher's dispositions. You will practice scoring a video model of a mock student teacher and learn how to articulate who is responsible for addressing concerns with the student teacher. The disposition section of the VariUp student teaching form assesses the professional dispositions of the student teacher, including behaviors toward students and other stakeholders, motivation, professional development, and personal growth. The three components that make up this section are professional commitment and behaviors, professional relationships, and critical thinking and reflective practice. Take a moment to review the roles of the first component, professional commitment and behaviors, found on the VariUp student teaching form in the supplementary materials. Remember, the italicized wording found in a row differentiates what is specific to each scoring level. Revisit the module Organization and Scoring of the VariUp student teaching form for more information on how to score rows with multiple descriptors containing and/or statements. As you read through the criteria in the rows and begin to develop an understanding of the different ratings, this is a good time to also review the VariUp student teaching form glossary in addition to the Look-Fors supplementary document. When completing the disposition section of the form, there will be some subjectivity to the components, and it will be necessary for the student teacher, cooperating teacher, and university supervisor to use their professional judgment when determining the final score. Let's now take a moment to highlight the collaboration role in the professional relationships component of the form. Remember, the italicized words are to draw your attention to the difference between each level of performance. For example, the difference between a meets expectation and an emerging score would be the attempts to consult portion. Collaboration will not always be easy for the university supervisor to observe, so the team should make sure to talk regularly with the university supervisor about the collaborative interactions that exist when she or he is not there. The university supervisor should also make attempts to visit at various times during the school day and should stay after the formal observation in an attempt to capture some collaboration that goes on before and after lessons. Now let's take a look at the mock student teacher, Ms. Flick, interacting with staff and students. Take a look at the rows in the professional commitment and behavior section of the form, found in your supplementary packet, and be ready to assign Ms. Flick a score following this observation. When you have reviewed these rows, continue on to start the video observation.
Hey guys, I'm really sorry that I'm late. It was only a minute. I hope you kept yourselves busy during that time. But and it's good to see you all though, because I haven't seen you since last Thursday because I went to that professional development on Friday, and I learned a lot of cool stuff that I'm gonna tell you guys. But for today, I wanted to go ahead and talk to you about the agenda. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to review what you did yesterday with Miss Sandra. Since I wasn't here and she can, talk about that, I want to hear what you did. And then we'll do an art lesson, and then we'll do cleanup, of course, of the art, and then we'll go ahead and prep about what you're going to be doing tomorrow when it comes in, when it's the day.
I'm here for the 9:30 art class.
One second. Who are you guys? Who are you?
I'm the OT teacher. Didn't you talk to Miss Sandra?
Oh.
It's okay. I'll go find her. I'll go talk to her, and then I'll be right back.
Okay, you're going to talk to her? Okay.
Yeah, I'll go talk to her. You just stay here.
Okay. All right, so we're going to do an art lesson. We'll figure it out. Okay. Guys getting ready? Okay. So, Sally. Wait, are you not Sally? What's
Susie.
Susie, I'm so sorry. Susie, did you hear about Johnny's mom? Like, did you hear that they called CPS because she hasn't been home for like 3 days? That's crazy. I know, right? Okay. All right, they're ready now. We'll talk about it later. Okay. Okay.
Take a moment and use the rows in the Professional Commitment and Behavior section on the form, found in your supplementary packet, to score Ms. Flick based on the video you've just watched. You may not have felt like this observation was enough for you to provide a score for every row, and that's okay. Often, it will take several observations of a student teacher to be able to assign a score for a given disposition. Let's examine some of the evidence displayed in the video pertaining to Ms. Flick's dispositions. Ms. Flick comments in this video that she has recently attended a professional development, so there's potential evidence for the professional development row. However, in this observation, Ms. Flick does not demonstrate or provide evidence of an increased understanding of the teaching profession as a result of that professional development. Remember, this video is only a snapshot of the mock student teacher's performance, and ratings should be based on a consistent pattern of evidence. Had Ms. Flick been scored solely on her behavior in this video, however, she would receive a 1. Punctuality, scored by a row in the Professional Commitment and Behavior section of the form, is a disposition that is not a subjective measure and can be easily tracked. As we see in this clip, Ms. Flick was late to class. Remember, this video is only a snapshot of the mock student teacher's performance, and ratings should be based on a consistent pattern of evidence. Had Ms. Flick been scored solely on her behavior in this video, however, she would receive a 0. The rows pertaining to effective communication, meeting deadlines, and preparation are difficult to score given any one observation. The cooperating teacher and the student teacher will know more about the student teacher's day-to-day preparation, communication with parents, and ability to meet deadlines and obligations in the context of the placement. When providing a score for these rows, the team should collaborate beyond direct observations. Consult the Look-Fors document for recommended sources of evidence and samples of performance. Briefly, take a look at the collaboration row. Was there anything about Ms. Flick's behavior that gave you any indication of how well she collaborates with the professionals in her placement? Considering she did not know the occupational therapist was coming in that day and hadn't communicated with her cooperating teacher about the plans, we might assume that she is not effectively managing the schedule and working with others. Also, Ms. Flick should know all of the adults' names within the classroom. Because she does not, there is some indication that she does not regularly collaborate with them as well. If Ms. Flick's behavior in this clip is part of a pattern of behavior, she would receive a 0 on this row. The video of Ms. Flick's behavior also shows her demonstrating an additional unprofessional behavior, that is, lack of confidentiality with a paraeducator in her classroom. Although this behavior is not assessed by the VaryUp student teaching form, lack of confidentiality may be assessed by institutional-specific assessment forms, or it may breach the student teacher's dispositional contract with his or her program. Overall, Ms. Flick has demonstrated a need for dispositional improvement in several areas. The cooperating teacher can address these areas directly with the student teacher, or if he or she does not feel comfortable, the university supervisor may have these conversations with the student teacher. Take a moment to review other rows within the disposition section of the form that we did not discuss with explicit detail. Evidence for these rows can be found across any aspect related to the student teaching experience. In this module, you have reviewed the disposition portion of the form in order to be able to objectively score a student teacher's dispositions. You have practiced scoring a video model of a student teacher and learned how to articulate who is responsible for addressing concerns with the student teacher. To test your understanding of the disposition section, we will ask some additional questions about the criteria found in this section. The following post-quiz will help you gauge your understanding of the objectives and content addressed in this module. Please answer each question. To receive credit for this module, you must answer at least 4 of the 5 questions correctly. Upon submitting your answers, You will receive immediate feedback and you will be able to review the correct answer for each question. If you don't pass the first time, review the module content and attempt the quiz again.